Ready, James? 6 o'clock, ready? Please rise to the pledge and also the prayer. I pledge allegiance to the flag
Flag, United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
A little prayer, Mr. Reed.
We've got several things tonight. Prayer for protection of innocent lives in Iran. In times of conflict and instability, innocent people often suffer the most. Children, elders, families, and vulnerable individuals are exposed to danger beyond their control. Protection is not just physical, it's emotional, mental, and spiritual. God's covering can guard lives even in the most uncertain environments. Let us remember the 8 children that were shot in Shreveport. May they rest in peace. Also, Devin Mixon, a 19-year-old boy who was shot on Grand Isle on Tuesday night. May he rest in peace. Also, Jane Sheremy is in the hospital in New Orleans. May we pray for her recovery. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou amongst women, and blessed is the fruit of thy womb, Jesus. Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us sinners, now and at the hour of our death. Amen. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, sir. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Chief Hernandez.
Here.
James Sheremy.
Here.
Harley Stelly. Lauren Gonzalez.
Here.
Brian Bartholomew. Here. Michael Ciano.
Here. Okay, welcome. It's April 22nd, just our second meeting. We have 2 meetings a month, and like I said, we got a little itinerary right here. If you didn't get it, we got in the back, you can get a copy of it. But we want to welcome y'all to come in. It's a nice little crowd. We appreciate y'all coming, and like I said, the weather's been blowing out the northeast forever, but a little breeze, and we're talking to Ms. Jean. She's going to give you the reports coming up in a little while about all the birds coming in, so we just want to tell y'all that we're going to have a good meeting tonight. All right, let's, Madam Clerk, we got a special presentation.
South Central Planning.
Okay, come on up.
Thank you, Mayor, members of the council. Appreciate the opportunity to come before you tonight to tell you a little bit of who we are, South Central Planning. I handed out a brochure and the most recent news article, newsletter that we put out. Many of you probably don't know who South Central Planning is. You may or may not, but for those who do not, I'd like to share with you. We've been around for almost 54, 55 years. We were created out of state legislation back in around 1971, 72. And then we were made into law in 1977. The primary reason we exist is to help parishes and municipalities plan for the future and to solve problems that all of you face. In the creation of the commission in the early 70s, we dealt with a lot of environmental issues. We were very instrumental in working with the LOTA, Louisiana Offshore Terminal Authority, to help create the union of Loop. We were able to do a lot of the logistics locally to see that project came through. Over the years, we've done a lot of different things. We mainly focus on infrastructure development, water, rail, bridges, anything that can help the public. We do a lot of hazard mitigation. We do code enforcement. We do a lot of business lending. We do a lot of lending here in Grand Isle and throughout Louisiana. We have about 175 employees, all of professional nature, and we focus in really 5 areas. First is code enforcement, which I'll have someone speak on very shortly. We do a lot of planning, comprehensive planning. We do a lot of business lending, as I mentioned. We also do a lot of facilitating for things like the criminalistics laboratory that we have in our region. We help with the sheriffs, the DAs, et cetera. We do a lot of housing, and we do a lot of software development. This software development has located us now in 31 states across the country. We happened to get into that business because of Katrina. We had to have a platform in which multiple parishes and jurisdictions could speak to one another. We invested very heavily into it. We're in excess of about $120 million now in investing in this software, and we deploy it all over Louisiana. We're the largest software provider in Louisiana as it comes to permitting and project management software. Love to be able to talk to you about it. I think that if there's any opportunity for us to work with you guys on a code enforcement side, it's something that you really, really want to look at. We're here to help you. We do a lot of work with the Federal Highway, Federal Transit. We are recognized by them as their ears and eyes for our region. We're also recognized by the United States Department of Commerce for their activities whenever they do federal investments, whatever it may be. We do a lot of work for all the ports that we represent. Port Fourchon is one, Port of South Louisiana, Port Terrebonne, Port St. Mary, West St. Mary. We build a lot of things for them. Love to be able to help you guys. We understand that in the state of Louisiana, there are 8 regional planning commissions. We happen to serve the parishes of St. Charles, St. John, St. James, St. Mary, Lafourche, Assumption, and Terrebonne. You happen to be located in New Orleans. New Orleans focuses mainly on highway improvements, transit administration work as well. But they don't do a lot of grant writing, and they will tell you that. They just focus basically on highway improvements. We do a lot of work with the Delta Regional Authority, which is a federal authority that has been created probably 15 years ago. We bring money to our region. We'd love to be able to help you do that. To my knowledge, I don't think Grand Isle has ever received a DRA award, not to my knowledge. I may be corrected.
That's right.
And I don't know how many EDA projects you guys have had as well. Many of you may have heard of our name from the lending side. We've been very instrumental in working with the Louisiana Wildlife Fisheries as serving as their intermediary on certain occasions for handing out funds for people who have been impacted by various storms or whatever man-made disasters or natural-made disasters. We do a lot of work with, just working to try to help plan. So I have with me tonight 3 very important individuals that work for us that have focuses on the areas that I'd like just for them briefly to talk about, just to tell you how we think that we may be able to partner with you. So first off, I'd like for them to come forward, if I don't mind, Mr. Pat Gordon, who is our planning director. He's our chief planning officer for the commission, and I'd like for him to talk about some of the things that he can maybe offer to you. Pat?
Thank you, Kevin. Yeah, I'm Pat Gordon. I'm the chief planning officer for South Central Planning, and I've been doing this for about 10 years, but before that, I was the planning director for Terrebonne Parish, also the parish manager for about 30 years. So I've worked in this neck of the woods for quite some time. And the planning department, what we do is all the grant writing, but we just don't do grant writing. We do grant management as well. And that's always a problem. You can write the grant, but who's going to manage it after? So we become the project manager with the engineer and to make sure that the project moves through. And just as Kevin mentioned, EDA, we have probably, we have 3 or 4 EDA grants right now that we're working on. DRA is the Delta Regional Authority. Those are smaller grants, but many of the smaller communities get those for sewer, water, drainage projects. So there's a lot of things, and also the Watershed Initiative does have funding as well. And we are the coordinator for Region 6, which is this area. Actually, Grand Isle and Jefferson is in the Watershed Region 6, and I'm the controller for that. are the head for that. But what we also do is planning in the form of subdivision regulations, zoning, Board of Adjustments. We handle all of those issues for small communities. Right now, we're doing Gonzales, Sorrento. We work with Terrebonne Parish with some of their planning and zoning activities. So we're set up for that. We have 8 planners right now in the planning department outside of myself. So we have capacity to do some of that work. And I'd be glad to answer any questions that you might have that relate to planning and zoning and grant writing and grant management.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
And I know you worked at Terrebonne Parish for quite a few years, with Gordy Dove and all them.
Yeah,
I remember that, So I want to
yeah.
tell you that.
I thoroughly enjoyed working for Terrebonne Parish, but once you hit that 30-year mark, you got to take the retirement and leave. Thanks.
Yes.
Oh, I'll tell you what, we have.
Go ahead.
I was going to introduce Michael Rich as our chief building official.
Okay.
And Mike, would you come up, please? Thank you.
Good evening. I'm Michael Witch. Like Pat said, I'm Chief Building Safety and Development Officer at South Central Planning. I've been there for about 19 years now. And I run the group that does building code enforcement for about 20 jurisdictions in South Louisiana. Nobody likes building codes. There's nothing sexy about building codes. So what we try to do is do it as efficiently as possible and as helpful as we can possibly be to the contractors and the homeowners that are trying to comply with the laws of the state, which continue to get more and more complicated as we continue to have more challenges with storms and so forth. So, those are services that we provide. We pride ourselves on responding quickly and also being very helpful when someone is struggling with compliance. And the good thing that we have at our office is we have a lot of redundancy. We have, the state requires everybody to have a certified building official in charge of their building code enforcement, whether it's your own or through a cooperative endeavor agreement or some sort of issue like that. Well, we have about 18 certified building officials on our staff. So that gives our customers a level of comfort knowing that if something happens to me or someone else, they're still in compliance. There's still plenty of people there to do the work. And so that's a service that we provide. If there's any need on y'all's end, we can certainly help with that. We can also serve as staff augmentation. We do have a couple jurisdictions that we just do plan review for, some that we just do inspections for. So it all depends on what your needs are, but we'd be happy to discuss those things with you at the appropriate time, and happy to answer any questions if you have any.
How do you charge for your services?
So typically what we'll do is we look at your permit volumes, and then I'll determine the man hours that I think we'll need to help you guys handle we'll look at your history, and we just give you a flat rate to handle your building code enforcement. So whatever permit fees you collect, you keep, if it's more than what you have to pay us, you keep what's left.
Okay. So, if I understand that, we're not going to pay you if we're not using you, correct?
Well, it'll be reflected in the rate. So let's say you do 10 permits a year.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then obviously your rate's going to be really low. So, and there's other ways we can structure it. I mean, there's what we've done in some places is, they'll want to, especially smaller jurisdictions, want to give us a percentage of the permit fees they collect. That's another way to do it. We're pretty flexible as far as how we charge you. It's just, if you're a real busy jurisdiction, it makes more sense a lot of times to go with the flat rate because usually we don't charge you as much as the fees that you're taking in. If you're a smaller jurisdiction, sometimes you got to get a little creative to make it work for you guys and us.
What I'd like to do is, would we have to pay you a monthly fee, or is it only as work requires?
Again, it just depends on how we would work that out. If it was a flat rate, it would be a monthly fee. If we're taking just a percentage of the permit fees, well, then it would only be when we're working on those permits.
Okay, and I understand Grand Isle has one of the lowest inspection fees or permit fees in the area. How would that impact your working on Grand Isle?
Well, honestly, I don't know what your permit fees are. So what we do in some areas, some places want to kind of get with the current fees, and we'll help you do those comparisons as far as who's charging what. Or, you can continue to charge lower fees. It's just usually when your permit fees are too low, you're usually supplementing it somewhat through your general fund.
So really, you'd have to come in and look at everything we have.
Yeah, I mean, for me to really
Yeah.
give you an idea, I would really have to have a better idea of your permit history and your fees and all those sorts of things.
Yes, it's understandable.
Yep.
I know, Kevin, I called you about, 3 or 4 weeks ago, we were trying to get together.
And I failed to mention that earlier. I wanted to say that Mayor had reached out to us probably a month ago, I want to say.
About a month.
And some unforeseen circumstances arose that we couldn't get together. We also had been approached by Mr. James, I think, and the other lady, Ms. Harley.
That's right.
And we had given a list of questions to you guys that for us to be able to provide you with I guess, a map forward to understand what kind of activity you have, whether it be new housing starts, new renovations, those types of things, what you charge. Look, we do this in a lot of areas, and we are here to help you. We're not here to make money. I want to be perfectly clear. We're a public entity. We're not a for-profit entity. We don't have the luxury, so if we make a mistake, we can just go to the next town and try to do the same thing. We don't have that luxury. We have to hit it out of the park every time, or the head, myself, will catch, hell. I did actually speak to my chairman today about whether there would be an opportunity for the island, because you guys are so distant from New Orleans, and I don't know what interaction you guys have had or have right now. I don't know. I'm assuming there's very little. With that being said, we would entertain you guys becoming a member of our commission. Now, the full board would have to vote on it, but it would avail you to quite a bit of things. For instance, if we were to do code enforcement for you, the software is given to you free. That is a fairly good number. And the rate, I think our rate is 38 cents per capita. So if you have, on Grand Isle, let's say you have 1,000 people, your fee to join our commission is $3,800. That's a very minuscule amount of money to be able to join this entity. So we would be more than happy to have more talks with you guys. Like I said, we came here just to see if there was any interest in us maybe partnering with you to be able to help you. You have a lot more to do with our economy than you do probably New Orleans. You pass through our area every day when you go to or from here. We have people in and around this area. So we think that this would be a good courtesy for us to come and help, and that's why we're here.
Would you be willing to work with our people in building permits right now that we have
Absolutely.
working with us?
That's what we
Look,
talked about.
Yeah, there's nothing we're not willing to sit and talk about. I want to tell you that we will be very transparent on what we can do, what we cannot do.
What I'm talking about, you you have your organization and you have your inspectors. We also have people that we've been developing in our building permits
Right, for
and
like
code
training
enforcement.
purpose.
And
Yeah, you can.
it's very important that we maintain the people we have in office, because he understands the needs of Grand Isle, and he understands how important it is to go out on weekends and holidays and all the times that everybody else would be out vacationing and having a good time. He knows that's when all of the things that shouldn't be getting done get done.
That's a lot
So
of truth to
we'd
that.
hate to say, well, you guys are coming in and you're going to replace our code enforcement.
Sure. So I can give you an example. Like we're in Baton Rouge, and we run their entire permit department, but the inspectors are actually their employees. We train them, we help them get certified, but they're Baton Rouge employees. So we can mix and match however it needs to be to make it efficient.
That's our right-hand man right there. Ian
Yeah,
Cofield.
so, and that's, we're not in the business of taking people's jobs or putting people out of work. We don't try to do that. So either we work with them, or if it's advantageous for them to become an employee of ours but still work here, there's all sorts of options out there. But if you have good people, we want to keep them one way or the other. We're not looking to put anybody out of work.
Yeah, thank you.
Does he have certifications?
That was,
Does
he's
the
working
gentleman-
towards
working
it right
towards?
now.
Right.
Okay.
But right now, he, as I understand it, he's the chief cook and bottle washer. He does it all.
Does it all.
Well,
Permits.
we can work with him. He's young, energetic. We can make that work.
Yeah.
Right, for the whole island. I mean, he has to man the office, hand out the applications, go over the permits, go over code enforcement, and then run around and see
Yeah.
what's going on the island, who's doing
And
what.
we're dealing with one guy at Covington right now, the CEO, and like I said, it's kind of the relationship back and forth, sending paperwork and emails back and forth,
Right.
and he's running around all weekend. It's amazing.
As Mike said, Mayor, we're not here to be
And that's what we talk about.
long-lasting. We're here to be able to stand you up, help you up.
Right.
The uniqueness of our organization, we all kind of share and pool together. So when there's a catastrophe, an Ida, man, God, this gentleman alone couldn't be able to handle the
That's right.
permitting that goes along with that. Well, then, if we were partnering, we would already have an established relationship so that you would never miss a beat. So if you had 30 inspections to make one day and you need to be augmented, we could bring in a guy for that one particular day. We could do plan reviews. We're right here. So if there's an individual who has a problem, we could come out, meet with them. We're not that distant. So if you're dealing in Covington, we're probably cutting that distance in half. It just makes more sense for us to be involved with you than anyone else, unless you had somebody right at Port Fourchon doing it. Obviously, that would be a shorter distance. But look, we're very open-minded. We have a board meeting tomorrow. More than welcome to invite any of you to be able to see how we coagulate, with the rest of the parishes and the towns. We're meeting tomorrow morning at 10:30 in Laplace. We rotate our meetings around every quarter. We usually have really good attendance. I'd like just to share one last comment. All of the members of our commission, which is unique, have always paid their dues. We've never had one member skip or not pay their dues. And I want to express to you that the rest of the state does not have that. I think New Orleans has maybe 100% membership, but a lot of the areas like Lafayette, Monroe, Shreveport, Alexandria, Lake Charles, they don't have 100% membership. And the reason we do is that we provide a lot of services. You get in, you get out what you put in. If you interact with us and you need help, we can help you. That's what we're there for. Our jobs are predicated upon what we bring back. Just like you go to Washington, we're there quite a bit. We're at the state every day, trying to make sure our monies are coming and not being held up. And no one person can do it. And I'll leave you with this. No one parish or no municipality in our region is an island. We're all collectively joined together by the economies that drive us. And we just feel like we have more in common with you guys than, say, in New Orleans. Now, I don't think New Orleans would be opposed of you joining our commission, even if you are part of their commission. I'm sure I don't know if you pay dues to them or not, but if you don't, I'm not saying you get what you pay for, but it's a matter of being involved. And I know my chairman, who I spoke to today, who is Jeff Nakan, goes by Big Daddy. He expressed a sincere willingness and said, look, we would be open arms, willing to help you guys, do whatever you got to do. We want to help you get back on your feet. Okay?
Any questions from the board?
Thank you.
Okay, thank you,
Thank
Kevin.
you, Mr. Bellinger.
Thank you.
Okay? Any other-
Persons requesting to appear, Ms. Jean Landry regarding Bird Festival and Nature Conservancy.
All right.
Good evening.
Good evening.
You're not going to drag me away, huh, if I'm over 3 minutes?
No, no. The birds are flying as you
Okay,
speak.
good. I want to thank you for the opportunity to address the council and Chief Chris. I'm so sorry. I'm here on behalf of the Grand Isle Community Development Team and the Nature Conservancy. This is an update about the 28th Grand Isle Migratory Bird Celebration. The Community Development Team has sponsored the Migratory Bird Celebration for 25 of the 28 years that the celebration has been in existence. The celebration for this year was a huge success, with over 300 people, many from out of state and out of the country, signed up for the Queen Bess Pelican Rookery boat tours offered by the Department of Wildlife and Fisheries, and walking tours of the Grand Isle State Park, Elmer's Island, the old Exxon Fields, that has become a micro maritime forest on the east end of the island, and the Nature Conservancy's Grand Isle Lafitte Woods Preserve, of which there are 7 tracks that the nature trail flows through. We're also aware that there were at least 200 experienced birdwatcher visitors who came that didn't register with the migratory bird celebration because they know the trails. They know the spots to go to for their bird watching. Funding earned via the celebration goes back into this community as support of the Environmental Education Outreach Program and the other programs geared to help our students attend athletic meets and leadership camps. This support is provided by the Nature Conservancy, the Community Development Team, the Town of Grand Isle in so many ways, BETNEP, and many volunteers from bird clubs, businesses, and community. I'd be remiss if I did not give a huge thank you for the help from the town, from the Office of Tourism, and for Paul Christensen's help that he gives us. All of the marketing, the brochures and newsletters that he generates reach birders and fishermen and fisherwomen, telling of the bounty that we have to offer here. It goes, the information that they generate goes nationwide and in many instances goes overseas. It is phenomenal. The Nature Conservancy has stepped up its exposure to the public with newsletters, educational videos, and newspaper articles that go around the world. We had visitors from Japan, now this is this year, Japan, Colombia, France, Spain, England, and at least 7 states as far away as Wisconsin, Maine, and Montana. These people were watching the weather to see what the birds were going to be doing and would they be here. And they were. We're very proud of them. They made it. There were 132 species of neotropical songbirds and shorebirds that were recorded during the Friday and Saturday weekend of the celebration. In 24 hours of birding, they saw that many species and hundreds of each species. It was phenomenal. We had 168 people of all ages were treated to the spectacular pelican, rosette, spoonbills, herons, and egrets rookery on the Queen Bess Island tour. People came back from that with tears in their eyes and big smiles on their faces because many of them had never seen a rookery like the Queen Bess Rookery. We had approximately 245 birders participated in the walking tours that were conducted throughout our community. And I'd like to invite you to the 29th Grand Isle Migratory Bird Celebration, April 16th and 17th, 2027. We'd also like to invite you to join our 7-mile garage sale Memorial Day weekend in May of this year, and the Ladies Fishing Rodeo on Columbus Day weekend in October. Now that's my hat for the Community Development Team. I'm also here for the Nature Conservancy. As you know, we have 7 tracts of land that are managed here, and they're open to the public, and they are studied by at least a dozen universities in a year's time, and high schools that come with their biology science groups to study whatever it is on the curriculum for them in that quarter. Excuse me. Right now we are entering with Grand Isle School, thanks to Lauren, and with her request to get a program that involved Nichols University with our students. And so we did some investigation, and for the last 5 years there has been a box turtle study on Grand Isle, and there has been a diamondback terrapin study being done, all by Nichols University. And with the terrapin, it is with Nichols and Wildlife and Fisheries. And I had asked, because I heard that they did a little program where they bring a turtle to the school for a certain class to raise, and then they're there to release it. And they're going to do that because when I spoke with Dr. Clay at Nichols about it, I said, you know, Grand Isle is one of the few places along the coast that actually had a diamondback terrapin farm that Mr. John Ludwig started in the 1920s. Mm-hmm. And people that used to visit Two Jacques in New Orleans enjoyed turtle sauce piquant and turtle soup. Turtles came from here. You had some? It's good. Just don't give me the flipper. So my talk today, or my request of you, because you know I'm always begging for something. We have on Minnick Lane, between Cemetery Lane and Minnick, we have the LSU track. It's almost 4 acres of maritime forest. And across Minnick, on the eastern side of Minnick, we have a strip of property that is about 50 to 55 feet wide and runs the length from the Augustine family's property going over to where Ian lives, to his property. And there has been an issue coming off of Bradbury Oak and also the street behind them. For most of us, that area is the Narco Village. Mm-hmm. I don't remember the name of the street that runs behind that set of houses. But what they're doing, the riders of the golf carts and the side-by-sides, they're cutting through private property. And they're rutting it up. And then when they get to Minnick Lane, they're not slowing down. They're just speeding out into the street. And several weeks ago, I came within about 18 inches of hitting one little fella. He wasn't big enough to reach the pedals and sit on the seat of that golf cart that he was driving. So I am asking that a while back, Bonnie helped us get a barricade to show that it was a dead end on Bradbury Oak. But that had to be moved because it was on the neighbor, on Mr. Yo's property, and he's beginning his renovations. So that barricade was taken down. Once again, we're having that traffic through there where they're cutting little donuts in there and messing up, tearing up the grass and creating a mud puddle problem. And the reason it's a really big problem is because we're looking at, the Nature Conservancy is looking at taking that little section of our property and making not a playground, but a rest area with a picnic set there made of concrete, very much like what we have on LA1 for the Grilletta track. And we don't want people resting there or birding there and having someone come out of one of those side streets and hit an elderly person or a young child that's out there just playing, because it's in the neighborhood and it's a safe neighborhood. So I'm asking for some help with that. And we only need it until we have secured all of our plans and the funding, finish securing the funding for that little picnic rest area. Then we will address our property line and fix it so that they can't come through there. And then my last request is, because we've had this problem with mud holes being dug for us, and we have low spots in one area of that LSU property right there, I would appreciate it if we could get a load of, not a big load, just enough dirt to level that area out so that the water's not standing right there. It's where we plan to put our picnic table, underneath those oak trees. So I think I'm done. Thank you so much.
Okay, what we're gonna do, Bonnie, we'll get with Jody. Carlos got a new replacement, he's out. We'll get with Jody and maybe get with Ms. Jean to see what she's talking about. this
Ms.
dirt.
Jean, where we had initially put it, you said it was too close, I would say east, so we need to move
was
it
at the-
further west?
We need it to come further west to the western side of his property, where
Okay.
the grass is tall. We're cutting our grass in that section. And he has about, I would say he has about 8 feet from his house to where the property line is. I could be wrong on that number, but just looking at the maps and the landmark.
So if I were to send Jody out with you, you could show him where to put that
Yeah, whatever she
stopper
wants.
back?
The first one, no one let me know that they were going. I just passed one day and it was up and I was glad to see it.
Yeah,
But it was at the end of Bradbury
street.
Oak where the pavement is.
yeah.
And it was too much on Yo's property instead of on our.
So if I have Jody
property
go meet you, you could show
Yes,
him where it
I
needs
would
to
be
go.
happy to.
Yeah, let her get with Jody. Jody, take a walk.
That'd be great. Thank y'all so much. It was a
And
pleasure.
Thank you, good job, thank you.
Thank you,
Ms.
Ms.
Jean, as
Jean.
far as the police department, we're gonna monitor that for you.
Yeah.
Oh, thank
Yep.
you so much,
Yep, I
Chris.
took a snapshot of it, so we'll do that.
I apologize for making a public meeting like this, making that request. But I've been playing with the birders and the birds, and I'm like, ran out of time. But thank you so much.
That's no
Give me a
problem.
call.
Thank you. Okay? Anything else, Madam Clerk?
No, sir, that's it. We have minutes for approval, April 8, 2026, Town Council meeting.
I'll make a motion to
Moved by
approve.
Lauren, second by Boo. All in favor, signify. Aye. Any opposed, so be it. Okay?
We have no bids, public hearings, or public notice. Professional reports to council, Grand Isle Police Department.
Yes, good evening, Mayor, Council, public. Grand Isle Police Department report for April 3rd, 2026 through April 16th of 2026. Total call-outs, 201. Medicals and fire, 15. Total citations, 88. Total violations, 107. We have 58 speeding, including 3 speeding in school zone. for suspended license, 1 expired plate, 5 excessive display of acceleration, 2 careless operation, 3 expired MVI tag, 1 failure to stop at a stop sign, 2 ATV on highway, 3 tail lamp, 1 modified exhaust, 6 passing in a no passing zone, 1 failure to carry registration, 2 improper lane usage, 5 modified suspension, 3 tire protrudes past fender, 1 failure to turn on headlights, 7 no seat belts, 1 trailer not registered, 1 defected brakes. Total arrests 4, summons 6, arrests 4, charges 12. 1 operation by mentally deficient person, misdemeanor. 1 off-road vehicle at night, 1 off-road vehicle on road, 1 remaining being forbidden, 1 disturbing the peace by intoxication, 1 resisting by failure to identify, 1 public possession, assumption by person under the age of 21, 1 possession of Schedule 1, misdemeanor, 1 general speeding 35 miles in a 25-mile school zone, 1 no valid driver's license, 1 immigration detained, 1 ungovernable juvenile, 6 summons, charges 6, 1 remaining after forbidden, 2 reckless op, 1 possession of marijuana, 1 operation by mental deficient person, 1 possession of Schedule 1 concentrate. Paid fines, $7,497.79. Golf cart tag sold, $35,325. Tag sold in 26, $140,700. 2025, $372,675.
Any questions from the board?
All right.
Thank you.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you
Mayor,
so much.
Council, I gave y'all a flyer, and flyers will go out to the public. I have what we got, our first annual Kicking It With the Cops event. It's going to be May 9th. We want it's a join us for the full family, for the community, from the Grand Isle Police Department. Midnight, location, Grand Isle Police Department, admission free. Time on the night will be 10 a.m. till. Bring the whole family out to enjoy music. The food will be pastelaya, jambalaya, hamburgers, hot dogs, and of course, cops needs donuts. So, we have a lot of fun and games for the kids, a lot of activities. We have a lot of bouncy houses for the young kids. We have water slides. We have a giant soccer dart game, dunking boots. So if somebody wants to dunk their favorite cops, y'all come out. Y'all can dunk your favorite cop. Just don't hit it too hard. So, we got a giant Connect Four games, cornhole. So this is open to the public. I'd like to invite all the family, school kids, midnight, which is Mother's Day weekend, the day before Mother's Day. And anyone that wants to join in to help participate, help serve food, I'm very grateful with my wife, my family, and a little committee I have up the bayou. I have the Dunkin' Boot. I think Cheeky and Dana, I think they're going to sponsor the Dunkin' Boot for me. I got Grand Isle Shipyard with Joe and Babu. They want to cook hot dogs and hamburgers. And like I said, we have jambalaya and pastelaya. Anyone wants to come by, bring sweets, cakes, just drop by and y'all come have a good time. And it's open to the public. I like to see everyone show up.
Okay, good job, man. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, man.
All right. Thank you very much.
All right, go on to next.
7B, Engineers, Joseph Chauvin, GIS.
Good evening, Mayor, Town Council, Joe Chauvin with GIS Engineering. First little update, we're going to skip around on my agenda. The road project, the LA1 resurfacing. So right now, DOTD has issued Huey P. Stockstill LLC, that's the contractor, the assembly period it started Monday. So what that means is they got a 30-day assembly period. So to start gathering their equipment, their people, their personnel, you'll see some people on the aisle within that days. And within this 30 days, 30 to 45 days, you can actually see some work. So I coordinated with that project manager today, Brandon, and we'll have a weekly call with them just to see where we at. Just want to give y'all updated. Once they get their work plan established, I will present it to the town, just information purposes only, to let y'all know when they're going to actually be out here, how they're going to do it, where they're going to start, where they're going to stop, and things of that nature. Any questions?
And while you're on the road, we had met Thursday in Homan. They came up with the idea, and like I said, we were waiting on Wisteria to get the funding, and we got the funding from DOT. They come up with the funding to go ahead and, we're going to move the gas line for Wisteria and put the culvert across LA1 and make sure that our drainage goes back in the back of Wisteria where we could put the pump station that we designed. So we're still hustling on that side, on the state side for the funding for the pump, but at least DOT threw in that to move our gas. So we had a meeting, Bonnie, that was yesterday we talked to him, with George and all, and he said that they look like, we're pushing on that pretty quick. So I just want to let y'all know that.
And no cost to the town.
Exactly.
The state's
And we had it both ways, I have to be honest with you, talking with Timmy Kerner when y'all had met with him in my office. We were talking about the 50,000, if we needed that way, he was gonna help us that way. But now that I found out we worked it through the state again, and they telling us that, I called them back and said, look, we got it on this side. So we've been working on it either way, just to make sure that we get it done. So that's gonna be a big plus, and that's gonna drain the road from the bridge side all the way to Plum Street. And that's just a start. But it's just the idea that by putting that pump station and moving our gas line, and you can see what's going on with the construction going on with the blacktop and all that. We're trying to get them out of there as soon as we can. So that's going to be a big help. And by telling the state that the way we talked about it in capital outlay in Baton Rouge last couple of weeks, back and forth, I want to let you know that explaining to them was that was going to drain LA1. And that's going to make a big difference. And by putting that culvert across on the beach side for the people that have places on that side, that pump will suck it all up, and that'll bring it all the way back from the bridge side. And I know we're working on another pump station on a little farther down between there. Jackson Lane, we're all working on that.
So just to give a little bit of additional information, with Wisteria, that's going to be a future pump station,
Right.
but the town does have these tractor pumps where they can pump outside that area.
Exactly.
So they are going to update that cross drainage. The total cost of this project currently right now, what the contract is signed for, is $394,676.12. So that's the current contract cost at this time. All right, moving back to our update. The gas and maintenance building, last meeting, y'all approved substantial completion. I did go through pay app number 1, and I do have a pay app pending approval in the amount of $32,265. I need board approval to issue this pay app to Ms. Bonnie for payment.
I need a motion.
We,
Brian?
well,
You gonna open the agenda?
okay, let me just say,
Oh, I'm sorry.
I believe you're gonna make an effort to put these on the agenda, correct?
I'm sorry, I was out of town and I missed the deadline. They had it tell me we were going back and forth. I just wanted to make sure it was correct. Future pay apps, I will have it on the agenda, sir.
Okay, I make a motion, we open the agenda to vote on
Okay,
this.
moved by James, second
Do I
by
have a second?
Brian. All in favor, say aye. Any opposed, so be it. Okay, what else you got?
All right,
Oh, I'm sorry, you opened the agenda. Okay,
Second,
second by Boo. All in favor, signify.
aye.
I'm sorry.
all right. Moving on, our gas building, our repairs are done. The 45-day clear lien period ends on April 26th. So our next meeting in May, we're going to have that retainage amount of $13,652.40 on the agenda. So I'll make a note and I'll remind to get that to Ms. Bonnie. Yes, sir. All right, other updates. Our community center, we have no traction because FEMA is still in government shutdown. Our capital outlay, we monitoring very, very closely. House Bill 2 is not finished yet. As soon as it finishes, we will give the mayor an update to see where we stand at on capital outlay for this year. All right, I have a quote. I just got this approved by Mr. Chip Cahill, legal representation of the town of Grand Isle. So our fencing for our park projects. So we have 3 parks that were damaged by Hurricane Ida. We have the Chenier Caminada, we have Oak Street, and we have Cott. So last meeting, I did get 1 quote in, but we wanted to have 2. So we found another fencing contractor to give us a quote. And actually, I'm kind of glad we did it. We saved $11,000. So we would like to give the award recommendation to Mitch's Landscaping in an amount of $33,913.20. And this is all FEMA reimbursable.
And is that for all 3 parks?
Yes, sir. So Chenier Caminada was the worst one because we lost the whole fence. Plus, we have to put a 10-foot backdrop, so when you shoot basketball, it doesn't go outside of that, just trying. And Cott is a repair, and Oak is a repair.
Okay, so that'll leave a large amount of money left over.
We still have a little bit of money left over. Me, Miss Bonnie, Mr. Paul are working out on it. I know y'all did buy some playground equipment already off of these PWs, but I'm glad we did this. I mean, the prices were good, but this gentleman's company came in, and he's local. He's down here all the time. I know he has several jobs down here working.
Okay, so we need a motion to
accept
that?
and so I can give the award recommendation to Mitch's Landscaping in the amount of $33,913.20.
I make a motion to accept.
All right. Moved by James, second by Boo. All in favor, signify.
Aye.
Any opposed, so be it. All right, what else?
All right, we're going to talk about the Grand Island Vicinity Breakwater Project on the Gulf side. So we still set to open May 27th at 11 a.m. This is going to be a virtual opening. I do plan to call into the Teams meeting to listen to the bids read out loud. And as soon as that's finished, it's got to get taken under advisement. They're going to review, but I'm going to get y'all the lowest parent, low bidder, and then we'll take it from there. Okay, a couple of Grand Isle independent levy projects, just so we keep everybody up to date. As I said last meeting, the Bayou Thunder grant, we have submitted the pre-application for final design funding on March of 31 of this year. We'll find out if they get selected on December 1st of 2026. The Fifi Island Restoration Project, we did submit the pre-application for construction funding on March 31st of 26, and there again, December 1st, 2026, we'll find out if we'll get some type of construction funding for the Fifi Island restoration. Landry's Hole and Cypress Pump Stations, they are bidding at this time. The advertisement started April 15th. We have a pre-bid meeting to be held May 5th in Gretna at Jefferson Parish's office. The Reach 2 levy alignment for Hurricane Ida rehab, contractors got the notice to proceed. We're working through some additional items to stabilize the bank. We do have a little bit extra funding left over, so we have to work through FEMA and GOSEP to make sure that we can allocate that funding to that. And our Bayside Breakwater project, contracts were finalized today. We'll get them recorded within the next 30 to 40 days. We'll give them the NTP whether to notice to proceed. That will complete my update. Oh, it won't complete my update. A couple things. Councilmember Bartholomew, you're asking about the valve over there by Bridgeside. So I did call the manufacturers. We got 2 choices. The one I hope we can use, it depends if we have a little bit of a sump in that catch basin where the valve sits into the catch basin and it can bolt up against it. If the catch basin's flat and we don't have no cushion, we're gonna go to plan B with an inline valve. I'll just need a little help from the town to do some exploratory excavation to see the size of the pipe. I couldn't look at it today. Tide was high and the water was up to the top of the catch basin lid. Also, we are finalizing the survey on Humble. I'll get back with you as soon as I get that survey finalized. I think we're 95% done with that. We just had to make sure we clarify a couple things. And once we have that, I'll schedule the engineers to come down here to meet with both of y'all again so you can go over y'all plan and make sure everybody's under the same page and we understand what's going on.
And like I said, no, I'll get back to the COVID. We went and looked at it yesterday morning.
Yes, y'all did. And y'all did a great job cutting the
Yeah.
grass, cleaning out the path.
Right.
It's just hard to see in the Bayside right now.
Right.
I know we found it at one time. It's full of algae and it's covered with some rocks. I know where it's at. I
By
just couldn't
putting a
get to it today.
floodgate, that would stop the water from the bridge side coming.
So if you put the floodgate
Exactly.
along the
Like we
Wakeside
talked about,
side,
Chief. Exactly.
no, it's going to be a valve.
I call it flat. but
Yeah,
it's
no,
a
so
valve.
if you put the valve
That's what I mean.
in line with this culvert or the catch basin,
Yeah.
it's gonna stop water coming from the
Yeah.
bay because Buggy and Little Roberts' property is high. So it'll stop having that constant water in the ditch right there along the curve. But, Energy didn't do us no favors by putting that catch basin a little higher than what it's supposed to be. So that's why we have a little bit of drainage
Make some
issues there. But
adjustments.
this is gonna solve some of the issues for right now, we believe, until we get that Jackson Lane pump station up to speed.
Do you anticipate that into next week, we'd be able to?
I talked to him today, and I said, look, I need to know what I got to do. If y'all can, if you're good with the drawings and the plat, please stamp it so I can get it to the town. If not, we're gonna have to go to Plan B, which is going to do a title research. So I want to go with Plan A. As soon as we can get this done, I will call both of y'all and let y'all know it's done. I will deliver the survey map with the stamp to the town and give Ms. Bonnie a digital copy. So just remember, we got to try to go digital because we have a lot of maps,
Right.
and it's always good to go digital so we can have a record of it.
Thank you.
Now I'll complete my update. If you got any questions or comments?
One other question. Any activity on the community center? Anything
No,
from
FEMA's still shut down, sir. We still waiting, doing that. I do got a little outside help from some other people that have been dealing with this. They having the same problems. One more thing, grass cutting. I did talk to CPRA. We did come out here a few weeks ago, and we did a survey on different areas. So CPRA has wrote a task order to Hydroterra, their surveying firm, and they're going to come survey different intervals of the beach. We just want to make sure we have a third party in there just saying, hey, look, information's legit. We don't, we did this on scientific data, but we're going to have them come out here and present that so we can get it to the Corps and hopefully get a good answer, say, in the next few months. It's going to take a little time, but we're working on that.
Thank you.
All right, thank y'all.
All right, Joe, thank you. All right,
7C, Town Department Heads.
yes. Ian's here. Ian, you're doing a great job. I mean, you're busy every day in and out. I appreciate between the council and the residents and non-residents. Like we had a great meeting tonight. I know you met with them after, trying to put their head together, the council working together. So I just want to let you know that I know you're all over the place, but we really appreciate you, working in closely. I know, James, you come talk to them, and the council comes talk to them. But you got a load on your back, but we're working on it every angle we can. So I want to thank you. I mean, I know every day you're all over the place, so you do a good little job, and you're going through training. You're doing a lot, so thank you so much. On behalf of all the employees of town, I want to thank all of y'all. Summer's coming around, and you councilmen, men and women, anything that you need from the public, anything that you see that you call, and, we got a bunch of asphalt, the crushed asphalt that we can make sure that the sides of the roads and stuff like that can be fixed. Just let us know, because we got a lot of material at the dump that we can haul. And I know you've been working on the beach, so I just want to thank all of that. So have a little patience, but we're going to put it together. So again, thank y'all so much.
7D, Ronnie Stampay, Garden Club, Restore Grand Isle update.
Mr. Mayor, Council, thank you for the time. Got some interesting news for all of y'all tonight, and I'm going to start with the Garden Club has applied for a grant so that we can have funds to plant trees on Grand Isle. Our application was accepted. We don't know how much they're going to give of the grant that we requested, but we asked them for $50,000. So we would like to have those funds available so that we can have trees to be planted on Grand Isle on properties that need the plants. And if the town has any land or properties, I'd like a list of those properties. And also the trees will be available for residents and people who have properties here on the island, so that we can reestablish our oak trees. Up to date, I have 140 oak trees in the ground and about 35 different fruit trees. So we're looking at right now about 175 that we have in the ground. With this grant, we're looking at a whole lot more, depending on how much of the 50,000 that they're going to accept. We just know that they have accepted our application, and I should be getting some information in the next couple of weeks. So I'm looking at doing a lot as far as for plants on Grand Isle. Any questions?
Good job.
Okay. Next. We have 21 life rings left to put on the beach. Every post has a life ring, but 21 of them are still the old style. So I'm waiting on some supplies to come in. I have the life rings, but we're waiting on the ropes. So we should be having that also in the next couple of weeks, and we'll be able to finish that project. And I'll have some life rings for the police department and for the fire department. So we'll have enough that we can spread around of the new style life ring. Any questions?
No.
Love the Boot. We got to talk about Love the Boot. We had a group of people that got together Saturday for Love the Boot and clean up the island and the highway. We had 21 volunteers that filled up 44 30-gallon bags. I had to make 2 trips in my truck. So it was a success. We plan on doing it again next year. This year we interfered a little with Miss Jeannie because she had the birders out and I had the trash collectors out, and it kind of, people that wanted to go to the Bird Fest and also wanted to do the pickup, they had a little bit of a conflict there. So next year I'm going to talk to Mr. Nungesser's office that puts this together, and we'll see if we can come up with a different weekend for Grand Isle.
Okay.
That's all I have for the Garden Club. Anybody got any questions? I'd like to take a little time now and talk about Restore Grand Isle. We're getting close, really close. We had all of the Augustine family agreed on the purchase price, and all of them signed the purchase agreement. We have Mr. Chip Cahill working right now because of the requirements of the state to come up with a bill of sale, and each person that is an heir to that property has to personally sign a hard copy bill of sale. We're expecting that to take place in the next 2 or 3 weeks, and when it does, Restore Grand Isle will be the owners of the Oleander Hotel. And we're happy to tell you that we're already preparing to do some work. The first thing that's going to happen around that property is going to be a cleanup. So I'm going to have some volunteers coming in from different colleges, 2 of them for sure, and we're going to try to get the place cleaned up of trash, rubble, and trees. If anybody has anything to suggest that we can get help or we can find funding, please let me know. As we stand right now, we're looking good for the cleanup, and the purchase will take place as soon as the bill of sales are signed. Any questions?
Any question for the council? Anybody in the public?
Question? Okay, thank y'all.
Thank you so much. Yes, sir. Okay. Madam Clerk?
Mr. Weldon is not here tonight. 8 ordinances for introduction, we have none. 9 resolutions, we have none. 10 letter request items needing action. Miss Grand Isle Pageant Committee requests. The Miss Grand Isle Pageant Committee is once again asking the town of Grand Isle to sponsor the crown, sash, and flowers for the 2026 Miss Grand Isle. The cost is not to exceed $500.
Joint motion, all in favor, signify.
Yes, I'd
like to see
I'd like to see the funds come out the community fair account,
Okay.
Can I add that?
which is funded through the Armstrong Music Festival.
All right.
Okay.
Can I add that up? Okay. All right.
Ready?
All in favor?
Aye.
So
Aye.
Okay, next.
10B, Employee Eligibility Benefits. We have Joby Blanchard, April 9th, 26, Police Officer. We have Brian Santney, April 11th, 26, Street Department.
Joint motion, all in favor, signify.
Aye.
Any opposed, so be it. All right.
10C, International Grand Ole Tarpon Rodeo, requesting that all beer, alcohol, and any permit and fees be waived for the 2026 International Tarpon Rodeo, July 23rd through the 25th, 2026.
Joint motion, all in favor, signify. Any opposed, so be it. All right.
10D, American Legion requesting permission to hold a poppy drive on Saturday, May 23rd, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. on LA1 in front of the Grand Isle Multiplex.
Joint motion, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, so be it. That was quick, okay?
11, informational letters and items, none. 12, council member reports. James Sheremy.
Thank you. First of all, I'd like to comment on the speakers we had tonight from South Central Planning and Development. After listening to what they say and meeting with them earlier, I do feel like it could be a boon to Grand Isle. It would complement our building department, and I don't see where it could hurt us in any way, shape, or form. Because, like I say, they are, as they mentioned, they are a nonprofit organization. They're a quasi-government organization, and we structure their fees pretty much to whatever our town needs are. We definitely do need some expertise in our planning and our zoning, as well as our permits and code enforcement. I'd like to see this move forward and get with them and see if we could develop a relationship with them. And perhaps they could be of help to Grand Isle.
They came to public tonight and explained exactly what they do, and like I said, I had talked to them 3 weeks before that. We're trying to line up meetings and stuff, but like I said, they do good work. They do good work.
And if there's any reason that someone would come up with why we shouldn't go with them, I'd like them
Yeah.
to tell us. They give us your views and feelings on it.
It's a start.
It's
Council-
it is a start.
People's here tonight to start, to put things together, and like I said, we are, it's a lot easier when a firm like that comes through, like you said. So we're gonna look at it, and they're gonna, I know Ian, they've been talking to you on the way out, and they could probably be coming talk to us, and we'll get back with the council and let you know where we at. We do that. Okay? What else you got,
Right.
sir?
I'd like to see that, how we're working with the upcoming budget for fiscal 26-27. What's going on with that, how we're progressing, rather than have to wait till the last minute to go over everything on it.
John and myself are currently working on it. Introduction will be made, the first meeting in May.
That's the next, okay, thank you very much.
Yep.
As far as me, that's all I have. Now, Councilwoman Stelly wasn't able to make it here tonight because of family obligations, but she asked that I read something about the tragedy we had last night, and I agreed to do it. So, it's unfortunate that this tragedy has taken place on our island. A young man who came to this island to raise his newborn and get his life on track was taken too soon from this world. Grand Isle needs to wake up and be better. We, as a community, the council, the police department, need to do better to prevent these crimes from happening, that no other life shall be taken. Dravon came to Shoreway, and the little time we got to know him, he was striving to be a better person, a better father. I ask that we take this time in a moment of silence, that we remember Dravon Mixon and ask for healing to his family, his baby girl, and his island. And with that, I thank you all.
Thank you. That's it, sir? Thank you. Okay, Lauren?
I don't have anything tonight.
Okay, all right. Chidi?
I had on my list the valve by the bridge, and Joe discussed that earlier. Next one, Chickasaw Lane, can we send someone, I had a complaint from a resident that one of the, she couldn't tell me which one it was, but one of the playground equipment is broken, and it's very dangerous, and they're worried about somebody getting hurt. Just have them go look at all of them and see which one it is. She couldn't, she was trying to explain to me, but she couldn't. Just another update on the beach awareness, the Grand Isle Fire Department. We received everything we need to start the program, where we're gonna start setting up on the weekends and handing out literature for riptide and currents. And also, we have a few of our firemen that has been trained in PFD fitting for life jackets. So we'll be posting at different times what dates and times and what locations we'll be at on the beach. And we'll be handing out bottled water, literature, and showing people how to put on the proper life jackets. Anybody that would help to volunteer, you're welcome to contact the Grand Isle Fire Department. Get on the list. We're gonna ride out there and spend a couple hours trying to get our project informed on this. Yes?
I got a question, Chiefy, about those riptides. You remember when we were working in the Gulf, we used to have what they call the crackers?
Yep.
That's got to have an effect on that, huh? Is the crackers coming in, do they come in? I've seen it come in close.
I don't know.
Okay, look, far offshore in the Gulf, they have whirlpools, and they go around the Gulf, and they migrate. We call them, offshore, they just call them crackers. And they 5 to 6 mile an hour currents. And I'm sure that has something to do with the riptides, because sometimes we get away with nothing.
Yeah.
Any way we can, maybe the Coast Guard monitor those?
Good luck
The
with
drilling
that.
companies do. That's who the drilling companies do.
Yeah, well, I guess we can maybe try to start a program where we can start looking at these NOAA reports, because I'm sure it's
Yeah.
listed on the NOAA reports. So that's something we can look at as well.
Okay, I was just thinking about that, because,
Yeah.
yeah, they got.
Talking about the loop curve?
No, it's an individual,
Yeah.
whirlpool. They might be 5, 6 miles big though, but they're rolling.
Yeah. So, but back on that, we'll look into that.
Yeah, it's just-
If anybody wants to
It's a good
help
idea.
set up, we partnered up with Blue Boot and also with the Grand Isle Police Department. They're gonna be out helping as well.
Fire department, I see.
Blue Boot donated all the pamphlets for us, so it was great for them to get on board with us. Next thing I have, let me get my phone back working. All right, tennis court. I brought up Mr. Ronnie Knoll was getting a donation. I spoke with the lady yesterday. They were supposed to be overnighting it as of today. Still haven't received it, but the tennis court on Oak Street is getting a facelift that FEMA wasn't paid for with the repairs. So that should be starting within a week, she told me. Is that correct, Ronnie? I mean, he's gonna start within the
As
next
soon as the
week.
funds get into their account, we can start.
And next thing I got is, just to give you a heads up, Island Strong, as of today, we received donations in the amount of $16,500. So it's a great cause. All the money goes back into the town, into the community care account. And for example, we was able to donate to the Queens for the Miss Grand Isle. So
And you had the parade, you gave it to the king and queen.
King and Queen, so it's an event that it generates money and then it goes back into our community. And that's all I have.
Councilman Batali.
Yes.
When we do East Metro Fair, do you want us to start at Oak Street first?
When y'all say y'all doing the repairs?
Mitch.
When?
When? Well, we're gonna give them the notice to proceed.
He wanted to start as early as tomorrow, so, I would say no, so we're not interfering with him. Let him, because he said if he starts tomorrow or Friday, he'll be out of there by next week.
So the first one we're gonna do, since there's no fence, just so y'all are all aware,
is the Cheniere floating line. I mean, it's over by the highway. I think that's one of the first issues.
I'm hoping it doesn't damage anything when they're gonna go to repair it.
Call me tomorrow, Joe. I'll call Mr. Ed with the tennis court company, and I'll talk with him to see and let him know what we're doing. He might want to postpone it a little while till we get that done. I agree with Bonnie. They might go in there with machinery, because we're recoating the whole floor. Okay, sounds good.
Okay.
And that's all I have.
Okay, Michael?
The 4th of July, the Bradbury family would like to have a benefit under the multiplex for Bobby, a cake sale and selling shirts and stuff. Got it scheduled with Jan, and Chief Hernandez said it was good to go. And Ms. Bonnie on Central in Cheniere, where the garbage truck makes a curve and it drops off, they got about an 8-inch drop. They need some rocks in there, offered in the curve.
West Central, when it goes into Commondale?
Yeah, yeah. Where it makes the curve coming off the road right past your dad is there. Where it curves by Ethel's old house, right there.
Oh, you're going to the park, right, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, going to Circle.
Yeah, circle. I was wondering, you said,
About an 8-inch drop there on that corner.
okay. All right, what else you got?
That's all I got, Joe.
Okay, if you look at Joe's report, if you look at of all the stuff that we went through, if you notice, we got a levy board meeting, and a few people that we invited to come, we have a meeting at 4, before this meeting at 6. So I want to, Michael's on the levy board with me and Kelly. And so we got 6 different projects that's ready to go, and Joe had read it earlier. So I just want to compliment the little levy board that we have and what's going on. We did our homework through every hurricane. We surveyed it, and then FEMA came across and said, hey, look like they did their homework. The rocks are sinking. They went through the storms. And I know you think the rocks are facing straight.
Trying to hear, could I be quiet, please?
Yeah. And so what's happening right now is we did our homework after every hurricane. In 2000, we put the rocks along the island. And then we did surveys after. And they came in, Joe could tell you, and every storm, so FEMA just shoots a light to us and says, hey, y'all did your homework. They're settled. And I know you look like they're straight, but really they're facing north-northeast. When a storm hits Mississippi to the east, that's where you take the brunt of the storm. So we did all that in 2000, and like I said, we started putting them rocks in Cheniere. We worked ourselves all the way behind the island. So now we're there by the wildlife fishery. We got 2 of them, quite a few of them that sunk. So I just want to let you know that we're always surveying stuff, and like the levees we've been building on the backside, just like the Corps, we come back and check how much elevation we lost after the disaster. And by doing that, once it comes up, federal government, we get in touch with it. We go to Washington. It could be the levy board. It could be the council. We go to Washington and we say, hey, we did all the work. And they say, look, wait a minute. We got more money to come for y'all to come back and re-nourish them. So yes, you see them sunk because they're going to sink. And Mother Nature going to have that. So we're proud to tell you that all these 6 projects that we have, they already bid it out, and we're ready to go to work. And you got some of them, like Joe just explained, the pumps, Landry pumps. We're going to go ahead and build them. The levy board's going to turn around and give them to the town. And that's how we do with the other levy boards. And our little levy board, working with the council and the previous councils before, all through these years, by doing your homework and checking the as-built out and going, send the engineers coming in and take pictures and all that, it comes back and rewards you. So when we went to Washington last couple of weeks with the levy board, and we went before with the town council, that was the first thing they brought up. It looked like, y'all really doing the right thing. The government can come back and help y'all. So I just want to let you know that working together, and Mr. Welland's not here. He's probably in Baton Rouge because he got a call. I got a call, no matter when we got to go. But I just want to let you know about working together as a team. You see the island better fight. It gets beautiful, more beautiful. I mean, fighting Mother Nature better. And people love the place. I was all over New Orleans and Baton Rouge in the last few weeks, and it's amazing the people that love this place. They want to come in. So I'm asking you to have a little more patience because we're going to come in June and July. We're going to be blacktop on the road. I'm trying to push it. July is not good, but hurricane season's there, and then they're going to bless me. If you think that I'm going to close the beach, no, we're not going to close the beach. We're working off the barges, so you're going to hear all negative stuff, probably on the Facebook stuff, whatever it is. But anyway, just have a little patience and hopefully no storm. Now remember, we never had no storms in a while. So that's why we're just starting to catch up a little bit. So like I said, people want you to come down, respect the speed limit. I got my Uncle Roger on the swing. He can tell you how fast you're going. He's 92 years old. So anyway, it's been great, and just have a little patience, and it's only going to get better here. It's a lot of work, and on behalf of this team here, my chief of police, working with the fire department, the water department, the gas department. Everybody wants everything. Not everybody. 80% of the people want permits today. They want to know why we can't be a garbage, why we can't do this. And it just takes a little while. And by the way, the few complaints that I've been getting for the last few times, I want to let you know that if you think they're not emptying your garbage and you call the town hall, call us. But we call them and they got a camera behind it. So if you notice a little boy runs on one side of the street and he empties, that little boy really works his tail off. He does. And like I said, you have a little patience, but we had a few people calling, they didn't empty the garbage. We call the garbage people. It shows the video though. So I just want to let y'all know that helps us a lot, so the girls don't get chewed out. But anyway, I'm just speaking out the heart right now. Just have a little more patience for us. Things are going to get better, and there's a lot of people coming. They're coming from all over. And again, so I want to wish, everybody, it's right around the corner. School's going to get out. It's going to be unbelievable. And look at the people we had. And like Miss Jean, what you did, all the little activities. Chris, what you doing? Everything that we come up with, you people out there, get Mr. Ronnie, all of us together. And like I said, and people the real estate people got ready to go. They're ready to rent anything they got to do. And you got these beautiful places. But have a little patience. So if you hear rumors that we're closing the beach, that ain't going to happen. I'm tired getting to that and Facebook and the whole 9 yards, but we've come a long way and prayed with a lot of prayers. And like I said, God's good. Thank y'all so much. Need a motion to
I make a motion to adjourn.
James, second by Cheeky, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.